Overcast skies here in the Washington, D.C. area as we are down to the final four at Woodmont Country Club in Rockville, Maryland. It's the 120th edition of the U.S. Women's Amateur Championship. Quarterfinals taking place earlier today. These are the names who have advanced to the semifinals. Rose Zhang, Leah Abdelghani in that second match. Valerie Plata against Gabriela Ruffles, the defending champ. Rose Zhang, and she told us she does prefer Zhang to Zhang. So the 17-year-old for birdie to win the opening hole against Leah Abdelghani, the 21-year-old. Pretty good way to start.
So important in match play to win first.
Zhang.
Yeah, a long way back there for her layup. So 169, Burko, but this thing never leaves the flag.
And that was a tough shot on that extreme uphill lie with the ball above her feet.
Donnie, her third.
Yeah, a little pressure on her to hit a good shot here. Just a little wedge, maybe 55, 60 yards.
Kurt, you're going to see it. Her short game is impeccable.
Well, that was good there. Poise for her age, Burko. Just doesn't seem like she's nervous at all out here the first 2 or 3 holes. Little uphill.
Heck of a start.
She may be tough.
I think you may be right. It's the title hole.
It's long enough just to make you nervous.
Oh my goodness.
I think the flag stick kept that out.
Her third from the bunker. Oh, that caught the lip. It took off, didn't it? I thought it did.
It sounded like it did.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, she caught.
She has about 94 yards. It's about 8 yards uphill, but this pin, I think she can go right at it.
Well, that's sort of her wheelhouse, Kay. You alluded to it.
Both of them down.
That just builds momentum, Kurt.
She's going to be a really good player for a long time. I love her golf swing. It's one of the favorite golf swings I've seen here this week for me personally. 55 yards to that back left hole location. She might take it in low and skip it. Nope, she's going to go up.
Took a big fillet with that swing.
Landed exactly 55 yards.
All right, out to the 6th, the par 3, Zhang.
145. Plays a little bit downhill. You just don't want to get left of this flag stick and down in that lower level.
Man.
He is hitting it right on the button.
Abdelghani will be first to go for birdie.
Putting downhill. Oh, wow.
She needed a putt like that.
She did. And she's capable of it. Like I said, these two are premier putters. They both have very simple, beautiful putting strokes.
Zhang with a putt to stay 2 up. Oh my.
Would just shove that a little bit, enough to hit the low edge of the hole.
Zhang for birdie to win the hole.
A good spot, fairly flat. It looked like it would go a little right to left, but John, what a stroke.
Wow.
Goodness.
Pretty Kurt.
She has. This is a really tough hole location here at 8, though, tucked in by that bunker. It's 130, a little uphill, probably 133 with the uphill. Take that bunker out of play, you'll need to hit it 125. The lie was okay, Kay, but not great.
Yeah, that's a good safe play.
Yes, smart play.
Zhang, this for birdie at 8.
Downhill the whole way. The second half definitely moving to the left. You just like to dive around the hole.
Did she do that again?
She
again?
is on her game.
You can't beat that.
You can do when someone you're playing is just making bombs, but she's got to be patient again and know that that's probably not going to last. But just you have to make sure you don't get frustrated with yourself during this.
I mean, when it comes down to having to make that to tie the hole. Wow. What a start.
You
What an opening 8 holes.
That was.
That is
First
really,
class.
really impressive.
See her pitch mark just in front of her ball there, and she's forced to pitch it over that.
How about those two shots?
I tell you, I'm so impressed right now.
Would be what she's looking for. Yeah, that's well done.
Being 2 down is a lot better than 3 down with 8 holes to go.
Big putt. Did it? No, it stayed right there.
Looks good.
Oh, and it is. So just what we were saying.
Gripping down a good 2.5 inches on that club.
This
Kurt.
got to get down. That might have been a flyer.
Yeah, she may have been in between clubs, and wow.
Big opportunity at 11 for Abdul Ghani.
8-9 feet below the level of the green down there. If she makes this putt, it's a huge psychological win for her, but then Abdul Ghani, of course, still has the birdie putt. Yeah, they may just head to the next tee.
That is the gift Aliyah Abdul Ghani was looking for.
Perfect.
Boy, great control of her number right there.
He knows her opponent's going to be in for 3.
Pretty nice technique there.
Everything was very good, but not good enough.
Okay, Zheng gonna putt here from the bunker to here. And use the backboard. But what a turnaround, what a charge from Aliyah Abdul Ghani in the last 2 holes.
Zhang at 13.
Very makeable from here.
Oh, how about that by Rose Zhang?
Closely mown. It was just slightly uphill. Just everything looked like one of those you could make.
Great putt.
Oh, how about those twos, Kay?
That was highlight reel stuff right there.
It's kind of downhill once it gets on the green for a little ways, and it flattens out just a little bit. I think this is pretty doable for her. I don't think she's going to struggle with this one.
Good play.
Think mentally, I have to make this. I want to make this. Alleviate internal pressure and look forward to the opportunity of getting this in the hole.
Good putt. putt, left it here, and she's got to make this.
She was on the back fringe, and this is one of the few greens where when you're on the back fringe, it's not straight downhill. She misread the speed pretty badly here, so a definite tester to tie the hole.
Yep. Has made big putts throughout. Made herself work extra on that.
Abdugani 3. Zhang remains 1 up.
In some ways, an easier hole location because it's at the back. She can land it 10 yards short and let it release. That sounded heavy.
She caught that one fat.
Yep. Wow, what a time to hit one heavy.
17, Zhang, anywhere on dry land, and she could close things out.
Definitely changed her target. It's going to be a little more right. I think she'll try to get it back to the hole as far as how far she hits it, but she can definitely go a little more right. There's room over there. Well, her golf swing. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Every swing is just such a good looking swing.
So the 17-year-old Rose Zhang, a winner yet again here at Woodmont. 2-1 victory over Aliyah Abdulghani, and you can smile, young lady.
This is the 1 o'clock match. Please welcome from Colombia, Valerie Plata. And from Australia, Gabriella Ruffles.
And now Ruffles, it's pretty amazing. I mean, she's looking to go back to back and did not play her first golf tournament until February of 2015. Didn't play her first round of golf, right, until 2014?
The end of 2014, her first 18 holes with her father's clubs.
Wow.
This will be an A-time.
Posing on that one, and rightly so.
Gabby Ruffles with an opportunity to win the hole at the second.
And really hard to be aggressive on this putt. It is downhill, and it's a difficult read too. Could have gone either way looking at it from behind. Not for Gabby, though.
Ended up being dead straight,
Wow.
Karen, and she read it perfectly.
When in doubt.
Plata's third.
This one's 75. But Gabby Ruffles pounded a 19-degree hybrid to the front edge.
Oh, great shot there by Valerie.
Needed to.
Ruffles saying earlier this week she too has a lot of confidence, and she's got this for birdie at 3.
Cut that a little on the heel.
Could be a big swing here, Plata for birdie to tie this match up.
Well, and sometimes that's how things go in match play, that sort of hare and tortoise scenario, isn't it? Where the player that hits into the green first takes advantage.
And Plata with that birdie says, I'm not going anywhere.
Get the referee in just to figure out who was away. And of the two putts, Ruffles, I believe, was the more simple putt. This one, you think is pretty speedy, but in actual fact, it's not that fast, as we was witnessed by the first putt. No problem.
Hit that in with authority.
Putting stroke is soft hands. Nice looking short backstroke, following through nicely.
For birdie to go 1 up. Oh, yes. Valerie Plata, how about that?
Plata 4, Ruffles 5, Plata 1 up.
And that, when you're the longer player, the stronger player, it can drive you a little bit crazy.
Likes this hole. He just likes this par 3. Turn things around.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, nobody's pushing any panic buttons yet. We've seen this from Gabby all week long. The USGA has given the players a slightly different look on this hole this afternoon, using the tee on the right as opposed to the tee on the left. This one fading towards the hole. Oh yeah, good reply. an awful lot of time. She gets behind it, just has a look, visualises the putt, and here she is over the ball right now, and kept her head down nicely. Yeah. But in general, obviously she's got to make it, so you can be more aggressive. You can just put a positive stroke on it.
So the better tee shot in there, brilliant one, but it's Gabby Ruffles who had the solid tee shot, makes the putt.
Ruffles, 2. The match is tied.
And she's got a fairly sort of lofted club here, and she was looking at a spot about 7 feet short of the hole, so I expect her to fly it there. It should stop fairly quick because it is uphill. Ooh,
Lovely.
And that'll be for the win on this hole.
Plata, 5. Ruffles, 4. Ruffles, 1 up.
Hole location tucked on that left side, and I think if you're Plata, you just have to try and keep this to the right. Make sure you give it enough club to carry that false front, because Gabby Ruffles is in a pretty thick lie in the rough.
Oh, tremendous shot.
And I think that if there's a little uncertainty about what the other player may do, if there's still like a window of opportunity for them to miss as well, you don't often hit as good a putt as you might do as if you had to make it.
Man, oh man, that's
You
good.
called it, Karen. This 9th hole has been good to her, and it's started a trend on the back 9 like we talked about. We're
Third at the 10th for Plata.
She had 134, pretty flat line, no big deal with the wind or anything, and taking a pretty direct line to this flag, Terry.
Yes, she did. Best one we've seen.
Very easy to read more into this than there actually is. I don't think there's too much going on here.
Oh,
She just lost enough speed on that putt, Karen, that it took a little break to the right. About that much harder.
Pretty solid.
That is incredible. I mean,
All tied.
so Karen, what were you saying about the caddies?
Well, my dad had found it very hard to keep his emotions in check. And when you're playing, it kind of exaggerates your emotions too when you see all the angst that you're giving your parents on the golf course.
Ruffles, third at 12.
A little bit awkward over the corner of the bunker.
Okay.
Beautiful stroke. That putter face is so square the entire stroke.
Okay, but it does take it out of you, doesn't it? To have to continually
does.
make those.
Those take a lot of years off.
Get the double box over on the right. Ruffles. Saying, yep, okay. Able to make it. Putt on the way. Is it? Yes, it is. Gabby Ruffles.
Wow. She made that look so much easier than it was.
So she.
Because she'll know that Plata's in a tough spot in front of that bunker.
Not her best, but she can manage it from there.
If she lands it short, she's going to land on the downslope from the bunker. Has to try and get this one to spin. Oof.
Gorgeous shot.
Such soft hands. Just to stay 2 up.
Wow. And think about the frustration on the face that was visible after the tee shot and the second shot from Plata. She wins the hole.
She's probably thinking, wait, I just won that hole.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Ball slightly above her feet. really low. And almost in true Bryson DeChambeau fashion, the physics of this make it almost impossible to get it all the way back to the hole. She's really going to have to play a tremendous shot.
Oh,
good
wow.
Goodness. She did,
That
just
is
that.
phenomenal.
15 Plata for par.
And you have to feel like at this stage, this one really for her own mental state has to go in the hole. That's not going to be enough either. Oof.
So the bogey conceded to Plata for par to win 15.
And to go back to 2 up, and it would be really unlikely in my book. And that's something that I was not expecting when I saw her 3rd in the bunker. But oof, close. Of this green. The hole is on that back level. You just have to carry it back just over the tier and just get it to stay there. Flag is the right side, which is difficult for a lot, and this is hooking left.
Yeah, that has not been comfortable through at least the second half of today. And remember, it's still just a 1-up lead. It seems the way Plata's been playing lately and all the frustration visibly, there should be more, but it's just 1 down.
I would imagine this is a 4-iron.
That's what she hit earlier today on this hole.
It was well struck, center of the green, Kay.
She's so good with the long irons.
Yeah, no chance of doing that, so that'll be conceded.
Not bad.
Done. This should be perfect club for her.
Yeah, it's a nice club to have into this green.
That was cleanly struck. A little bit right, but safely aboard. We've seen her working really hard on her putts. We've talked about it. Plata just grinding, and it's almost like as the pressure's increased, she's taken time and just looked a little more uncertain on the greens. Unlike Gabby, who's just looked more solid as the day goes on. She's given this a lot of break.
Yeah, this snaps quite a bit as it nears the hole.
Did she? Oh my. Again, though, another great lag. Par conceded. Got to get it to the hole.
The last 3 holes, she's left the putt short.
Gabby Ruffels, the 20-year-old.
Ruffels wins 2-1.
You can smile, Gabby. The defending champ has now won 11 straight matches in the last 2 U.S. Women's Amateurs.
So the 6th seed, Ruffels the defender against number 16 in the highest ranked amateur in the world still left, Rose Zhang. How impressive was she? Throughout her match today, closed it out, and those two will face each other tomorrow right here at Woodmont Country Club.